Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for the collective for this shift in the astral, in the planets, specifically Neptune entering into the sign of Aries. So moving away from Pisces and into Aries. So that very critical degree that talks about this epitome of transcendence, giving space to a new life, a new rebirth. So, there's a lot in this message today, and I was just trying to breathe and, just calm myself because messages were coming in very, very fast, but also in a pace that was soothing, which was a very bizarre experience for myself. It's almost like this recalibration of my own channel to receive the messages. And I feel like this is just a taste of what this Neptune now entering into Aries is going to be all about for us all. I feel like overall, and before I connect this message of this Neptune in Aries and what it's going to bring us all to the message that is here, because it is connecting to our deepest waters, but it's also wanting it to be light. It wants it to be this very airy side of our inner waters. So this recalibration of ourselves as channels, as conscious channels, because now we are exiting the underworld or the subconscious with, Neptune exiting Pisces and now entering into Aries. Aries is aware of its own actions. It has to be. It's moved by it. And it feels like we are now in this collective moment where Neptune in Aries is inviting us all to be conscious channelers. So whether you're going to be an active channel for other beings, as there are so many people that are already doing this, being aware of yourself as a channel doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a YouTube channel and channel beings, right? It can be you channeling your own highest self, right? Here, down to this plane, to this earth. And I feel like this is the shift from the density or just the intensity of the waters into this more airy type of condition. It's like the shift from, it's like when the water evaporates and turns into like droplets of water that, forms clouds, for instance. Whenever I talk about Pisces, or whenever I think about Pisces, I think about not, a fish inside the water. Actually, I see Pisces as, swimming in a sea of clouds. So it's a different state of the water. It's a different state of the consciousness. And it's interesting because here, there's a lot. And I'm trying to organize the thoughts in the way that it makes sense. But, with consciousness, with our awareness, with the universe, everything is a fractal of itself, right? So I feel like, wherever I start, and maybe I should have said this in the beginning, but wherever I start, I know that is the proper starting point. And I feel like this condition, this shift in the state of the water, this point where the water starts to evaporate and becomes lighter and lighter and lighter. So the density of the water is no longer present, but in a sense it's rising, right? It's like it's defying gravity. The water is no longer, here in this dense plane. It's rising to the skies, right? This is what this message is about, but also something that I wanted to share with you before the message. Today, I woke up with this phrase, this question in my mind: who am I becoming? Who am I becoming? And so, as I was, doing my morning routine, I was just contemplating that question. And the more that I questioned myself, the more that I repeated that, I was having the sense that my spine was being strengthened or straightened or elongated. It was rising, let's say, almost like the same way that I was talking about how the water is rising. And I'm not talking about now I'm being taken to Atlantis, right? The rising of the water. But I'm not seeing it that way of the actual liquid water rising. I'm seeing it as kind of like the water becoming light. I don't know how to express that. And maybe it is actually becoming light, like as in light, the light of, the sun. But also light as in like the weight of it, right? It's no longer heavy, but it's light as air. And so the question of who am I becoming, and with what I'm seeing here now, to give an introduction and to really dive deep into the message of the cards, I do feel like this shift, this transition of Neptune from Pisces, the deep subconscious, and Aries, which is the awareness of who I am, right? Who am I becoming? This shift, it's actually bringing into light that which was occult, that which was buried inside our subconscious. And I mean that in terms of the collective, but I also mean that in terms of your individual expression, your individual experience. And that is because this message that I'm seeing here is deeply personal as well. It has a deep impact in my own insights, in my own intuitions, in the things that I have been receiving for years and years and years now. So it has an implication in my own personal life. And as I said, we are all fractals of the same wholeness, the same, huge infinite reality, right? This infinite universe. And so I want to say that as much as this is a collective reading, this is also a personal, individual story, right? And how this is going to reach you, it's going to be unique to each and every single one of you as it is touching my heart. So I even questioned myself, whether or not I should record this as a message for the collective, and I received a resounding yes, because we are fractals of one another, and that is strengthening our spine, right? The more that I felt like this rising inside of me, the more I knew that I had to be here, right? Recording this for you. So before I show you the cards, because this is a collective reading, I'm doing it with my big combined deck of tarot cards and astrological oracle cards. So this is the longest introduction, but you'll see both of these cards here in your reading today. And I want to say that if you have an intuition about what this message is already, even before I start, and yes, if you're thinking about a specific somebody that you are deeply connected in the astral, in spirit, you're right. You are right. This is your subconscious talking to you. This is your intuition sending you specific messages. And that is because the veil is thinner. So we're starting actually with Aquarius. So this, and it's interesting, right? Because the precession of the equinoxes and the eras, right? The astrological ages that we have, they move in the opposite direction of, the movement of the planets. So if Neptune is leaving Pisces and now moving into Aries, geologically speaking, or like the movement of the planets, right? The movement of the ages, the movement of the earth in regards to this bigger cycle. And yesterday it was all about this bigger cycle, especially in the extended. We are talking about something that is beyond our human comprehension. And therefore, it's like we are touching the other side of the veil, because It's like we're moving in two directions at the same time, right? As much as Neptune is moving to Aries and we are becoming more and more aware of who we are as an individual, we are also becoming aware of who we are as a collective, specifically because Aquarius talks about the power of humanity, right? The awareness of us all as a collective, as a group. So that is becoming more, it's coming into our consciousness in a deeper way, in a more profound way, and simultaneously, right? Our awareness of each other, right? Individually speaking, yesterday's reading was all about that, but also in a collective sense is coming online in a way that we are more aware of each other. And of course, technology plays a big role in this, right? Aquarius is tuned into these new frequencies, right? To these new waves, these new wavelengths that are reaching far beyond anything we could imagine, right? It's almost like if you have, the ability to think about the farthest place that you've ever been, this reaches far beyond that, right? And not just in terms of the physical body, or even like your mind, right? It's like it's going beyond that. And that is because the veil is thinner. So this is the proximity that we are now with the divine, because we are in a collective sense becoming more and more awake, right? We are awakening to spirit. And, just to use the phrase of the channel, of Cindy's channel, so awakening to spirit, this is what this message is, right? So this lower wave is the water, is the density, is this plane, this level of emotional connection to this realm, this human perception. But this other wave that is here above is, the ethers, is a more subtle plane. It's the plane that is, it's almost like at the same time that we are rising, they are descending. So this connection is coming closer and closer together, right? So these two planes, these two dimensions, these two levels of reality are coming closer and closer together, because we are rising at the same time that, the sky is descending upon us. It's almost like the presence of God is here, right? It's like the cloud is forming. I was reading a passage of a book, and it was talking about God showing up as this cloud, right? The presence of God is here because this cloud is here. It's like this mystical, mysterious cloud, right? And this is what this feels like. So there's a lot in just this one card, right? And I could just do this entire message based on this message, but there's more. And I feel like the reason why we're opening with the astrological oracle card today is because, first of all, it wants to touch the collective, right? It wants to reach the collective. But the rest of the cards, they do have a personal implication. It's like they go deep into this individual message for each and every one of you, right? So know that you are rising, but not just you as yourself, you as part of this whole, right? We are all rising, and therefore it's like we can touch this veil. It's like we are harmonizing with the divine. Therefore, our internal waves, it's like our internal waters are now in a frequency that is a lot more in tune with the frequency of the divine, of the subtle. So therefore, we can hear, right? It's almost like there is this music that is playing along. It's like the wind whistling or blowing in our ears, right? It's like this very kind whisper, right? The wind is whispering this song of the divine. And so what it says, it's such a profound message that has to do with somebody that you are already in connection with. And I feel like this has a deeper meaning because I feel like you've had this connection for a while now. And it's always been kind of hidden away, or stored aside, or maybe you didn't want to know more about it, or even though you felt like a deep heart-to-heart connection with this one person, I want to say, it feels like you never allowed yourself to go too deep into what is this connection. But because we are all now individually and collectively becoming more and more aware of who we are, this wants to rise together, right? It's like this is this it's like this it's like it's impossible to hold. It's almost like this it's not a well of water. It's like this what is it called, like points of the earth where the water rises, right? It's like it's not just a spring of water. Maybe that is the best way that I can describe, but it's more intentional. It's more vigorous, right? It's like there is this intentionality of the water splashing from the insides of the earth, right? It's like this is what is it's like it's wanting to be birthed from within your heart, this connection. So this connection with the King of Swords, maybe you know this already, but the King of Swords is a very deep spiritual connection that I have with a specific person in the astral, which I do feel like at some point it is going to manifest. It hasn't yet. And I feel like there is this preparation of the spirit and the preparation of the soul. And this is meant to be shared, right? This is meant to be spoken out loud. Just give me a second.